Welcome back to my channel. So today is wash day. I'm doing my Soultanicals summer hair challenge where about 98% of the stuff that I use in my hair for the month of July are from Soultanicals. And my hair right now is not feeling its best. I used a product from Soultanicals last wash day to twist, and the texture is akin to melted candle wax and Elmer's glue. So although my hair looks pretty good, it is so sticky and it feels very just off-putting. It's not great. So it's very dry. I use the Mama Says Rock You Out twist butter, which I thought I was gonna like, but I definitely don't. So this texture is not for me, but I do have a plan as to how I'm gonna try to use this stuff up. So I will keep you posted on how that goes in the future. Since I have some new subscribers since the last time I did a very detailed deep dive into my kind of sort of complex detangling routine, I thought it'd be fun to include that as part of this video. We're going to get things started with one of my few non-Soultanicals products for the month. This is a conditioner from Refresh. I love these because I can just use a ton and go to town with saturating my hair before getting into detangling. So for this process, I like to use and it smells really good too. It's got sea minerals in there, so it's got kind of a cool water essence. But when it comes to my Prepoo, I like to apply it on dry hair. I find that when I used to do it on wet hair, my strands would swell and increase the tangles, but doing it on dry hair is great. But with conditioners like these that are from the drugstore, I can really go to town and use as much as I need to fully saturate my hair. And that is important today more than ever because I need something to help to kind of dissolve the waxy texture of the twisting butter from my hair to make detangling easier. So the next product is the African Pride Moisture Miracle Pre-Shampoo. I love this slippy goodness. It is slip in a jar, as I like to say. It's great for detangling. And then I'm going to be topping it off with the Soultanicals Can't Believe It's Not Honey. This is a deep conditioning hair caramel that didn't work for me great by itself, but I like to add it to my Prepoo to give it a little extra Soultanicals goodness. And I'm just going in and putting it right on my hair. It is like a very loose consistency syrup, but I like this product because now the way that I use it, instead of using it by itself, I can combine it with my conditioner and my African Pride Prepoo to get the benefits and some extra slip that I can't get from using it on its own. This product is usually available from Soultanicals during the fall, so if it sounds intriguing, definitely recommend keeping it out for it in the next few months. But this process is very important for me when it comes to detangling because I'm able to apply the product and slowly start to loosen the tangles because my hair, when it's tangled like this, is kind of like a unit. Like the curls aren't separating, it's all just as one. So I like to really put my product and get it into the mats of my hair to loosen them up gently and really give my hair time to absorb the product. So I go under a shower cap for an hour or so while I'm doing some other things. I'm in the process of moving now. It's like a slow and steady type of thing. So every day I do a little bit of moving and organization, which is what I'm going to be busying myself with while this Prepoo marinates so that I can move on to the next step of detangling. But what I do here is start to slowly detangle, slowly start to add layers of product so that when I actually go in with my fingers in the shower and my hair tools, it's a lot easier because if I just went in after applying product, I would cause a lot more breakage. My hair really needs that extra time to get the product into those strands. So this is one side done and the other one is what I'm moving on to next. And as you can see, adding that product and that smoothing gave me a ton of elongation, which really helps in removing shed hairs and being able to detangle a lot better. Whereas here, my hair is still a bit bunched up, which is why we have that difference in length. So I'm moving on to the next section, and this is how much of that conditioner I used. About half. It was brand new when I started this video, but that's why I love these. On to my moving and organization, and next we are getting into the actual detangling. First, what I like to do, what my second step is in this three-part process to detangling. The first was applying product in layers and gently detangling a little bit. The next is I'm going to be finger detangling the bulk of my hair until I can kind of easily run my fingers through it, and then I'll move on to a hair tool because again, if I went in with my brush, I would have all these shed hairs just still matted up, especially at my roots, and I would cause so much more damage to my hair. So I like to really take my time, even though this process is so tedious and it takes forever, but my hair thanks me big time in really being patient with this whole detangling. And this product from Soultanicals, the twist butter, did cause more dryness than usual, leading to more tangles. So this is a little bit more time wary than it normally is even, but I also added this bit of Garnier mixed with some water, which unfortunately will get knocked over later in this video. This video is going to be just, y'all, Ashley's very bad wash day, pretty much, as you will see so many things happen, and not all of them are a result of the products that I used. I am smoothing, and smoothing some more. That really helps me to get shed hairs and start to loosen up my hair even more until those curls get separated. Once I get to a point where I can comfortably run my fingers through my hair, I know I'm good to move on to my brush. And the brush is a great final step in my detangling routine now, because it's not only giving me that extra smoothness that leads to my styles turning out really pretty aesthetically, but it also gets those shed hairs that I can't get from my fingers alone. So this three-pronged approach, really smoothing in the product and taking my time, and then I'm adding a little bit more water to the roots to prep things before going in with my brush, because the roots is where I tangle the most. But second thing, finger detangling, and the third, using the brush, has really helped my hair as far as my detangling routine, especially because although it may not be obvious right now, my hair is recovering from a ton of damage from last summer. I'm a year out from it, and my hair is definitely on a major road to recovery and looks so much better, but I still want to make sure I take my time. So at this point, I am getting almost to that move on to a tool section. So right now, I'm just starting at the bottom. I like to use the brush going in this direction, not going the traditional side way. I find that my hair tangles up a little bit more when I don't use it this way vertically, I guess. That's where I find that it's easier to get through my hair, and it doesn't retangle like when I use it the other direction, which is weird. My hair entangles, makes things so complicated, but it's always been like that even since I was relaxed. My hair tangled so badly. So once I can completely detangle this section and I don't encounter a ton of tangles, especially at the roots, then I know that that section is good and I can move on to the next. But this whole process for detangling for me is definitely multi steps and taking my time. It is not fun, but this has been the best thing for me. And this is after I knocked this over, and I had two. I had one with water and conditioner, and one with just conditioner, and I knocked them both over. And this was the start of the accidents that happened in this video. And the way things end, y'all, it is not good. So I am putting my hair back into the twist and the section so I can detangle, because when I was fishing out the conditioner, it totally came loose. So I'm just repeating the process on the front section of my hair here, smoothing, mixture of conditioner and water, getting those tangles out manually before moving on to a hair tool, because the more time I take finger detangling, the less tangles and breakage that I will incur from my brush. Even though it is a very gentle brush, it is an unbrushed dupe. I love it so much more than the official unbrush. I tried the plus version and I like my little dupe so much better. I have a video comparing the two that I'll link if you want to check out my head-to-head comparison. But once I start to be able to get these tangles out in a way that it's not painful and I can run my fingers through with relative ease, is when I know that it's time for me to be able to switch over to the brush. Also, when I notice that my curls are starting to separate, I know that a lot of that shed hair and matting is decreased to the point where I can move on from finger detangling, but I take as long as I need for this process. I cut out so much footage, you guys, it is not even funny. This took me today maybe about an hour and a half, so a little bit longer than usual now, but then we can move on to the brush for smoothing and getting out the remainder of, or not the remainder, because there's always going to be some in here hiding, but the majority of the shed hairs that I was not able to get with my fingers alone. And this has been my detangling routine now for a year, and my hair really enjoys it. I love being able to get to my scalp with a brush. It is so relaxing. I am getting water all over the floor here, you guys. It is so bad. This bathroom is horrible for filming, and where I'm moving to, the bathroom isn't much better. So hopefully, third time's a charm. The next place I move to in the future will have a couple nice bathroom options. Before moving on to shampooing, I make sure to rinse all the Prepoo from the section that I'm going to be cleansing because I don't want that additional product that I just put on my hair from detangling to be added into the mix, really. I just want to focus on my hair and scalp that needs to be cleansed from the prior wash day. This is the ACV Anti-Frizz Cuticle Shampoo from Soultanicals, and not only is ACV in the name, but it's also in the ingredients, and I removed the protective seal, but also noticed that I needed to remove this, and my teeth and I will be a theme in this video later, foreshadowing, and not in a good way. So they recommend that you do a double cleanse with this, shampoo twice, but I only do once because my hair is naturally very dry and, as we can see, super tangle prone. So I find that just one shampoo lather is enough, but I used copious amounts because of that waxy buildup from the twisting butter, and I'm happy that I did. I think using more than usual for this shampoo session did a really good job on my hair. Using a shampoo that is specifically made for clarifying did a great job, and this is supposed to be good for smoothing your cuticles. And as someone with very coarse hair naturally, I noticed that within just twisting it up with the product in my hair. So we are moving on to the front section to get that nice and shampooed, and because I couldn't get the nozzle off, I just ended up pouring this onto my hair and scalp. And because I only was shampooing once, using a decent amount of the product, more than I normally would for a shampoo session, did a really good job on my hair and scalp. And I like this stuff so much that I would consider purchasing a salon size in the future. As you will see once I rinse this out, I was blown away. And this is just the shampoo step. So I was really impressed with this. This has been a fan favorite from Soultanicals summer collection since it debuted, and I would love to see it be sold year round. This is a great shampoo. So I make sure to get my scalp, every square inch of my hair, make sure it is nice and cleansed because I don't want any sort of buildup blocking moisture from my hair from that twisting butter. So I make sure to get everything nice and coated, and this is after rinsing out the shampoo. I was very happy, and so was my scalp, nice and clean. I used about half, which is not surprising because I have a lot of hair, and there is no scent at all of ACV in my hair. It just smelled very clean, very sweet from the light scent of the product, but this is amazing for a shampoo. My curls were so defined, so juicy, and even though my hair was still wet, I felt like it had a little bit extra shine than usual and a lot of bounce. And these are the sections of my hair that are still a bit damaged, but even those sections had a lot of curl definition. I was very happy, as you can see, because usually my hair is normally very frizzy, and it's still frizzy, but I noticed that this decreased the frizz, just like the name entails of the product. It has a very long name. I'll see if I can link any of the products that are available that I used in the description box, as well as the full ingredient list. But this is supposed to be good with the apple cider vinegar for smoothing your cuticle, getting rid of buildup, and also revealing the underlying shine from that clarifying process onto your curls. And I could definitely tell a big difference. The sections of my hair that are the most frizzy, that are damaged, had a lot more life, a lot more oomph. Based on the results of all this volume and definition that I have after using this shampoo, I think this will be great if you're planning on a wash and go because it's already setting your hair up with so much already building blocks to a beautiful wash and go that combining it with a fantastic deep conditioner, a leave-in, and a gel, I can only imagine the results. So I am definitely going to be testing out that theory before summer is over, using this in my routine for a wash and go. I am so excited, and I'll let you guys know how things turn out because my hair seems to really enjoy this shampoo, so I'm sure it'll be in my next empties video. I'm planning to use this stuff up. I've been on a pretty good roll of finding really awesome shampoos recently, and this one is no exception. This I can see being in my 2025 favorites. It's really good, and I see why people always get excited about when it comes back on the Soultanicals website. This stuff is so good. My hair is not used to looking this awesome after a shampoo, but it is time to get things ready for deep conditioning, so I am putting my hair up in a shower cap so that it won't dry out before I can apply my deep conditioner. I'm going to be using another new to me product from Soultanicals. We're going to be using the Beat the Deep Deep Conditioning Treat. Conditioner has beets in it, and the DEET stands for it being able to be really good for dandruff, excess damage, excess shedding, and tangles. And besides the dandruff, I do have all three of those. So I have been really excited for this product, and it doesn't have a really pleasant smell. It kind of smells like dirt a little bit to me. And Soultanicals products are known for smelling awesome, but as evidenced by the Dew Honey Curling Custard, if I love a product, I don't care if it stinks because I think that stuff smells horrible. So I was all ready to be still blown away by this product, even though I didn't love the smell. But upon applying it to my hair, as you can kind of see by my face, I wasn't getting anything in terms of slip. And as you can see, I was very generous with this product. It is a very fluffy deep conditioner. So the way that it spread on my hair just kind of ate this up instantly. And as you can see, it also started to retangle my hair, which is a huge no-no for me for any product, but especially a deep conditioner. I felt that as I was applying this and really working into my strands, it wasn't going well. And my hair at this point is still soaking wet. So it's got a lot of water on it. So combining it with the deep conditioner, I was thinking I would have at least some nice moisture going on, but I just wasn't getting that feeling. It just wasn't a pleasant experience using this product. I felt like I was just applying the feeling of a conditioner and a deep conditioner without the benefits of either. It was just kind of going on in my hair and kind of doing more harm than good. And funnily enough, the only sections of my hair that seemed to do okay with this was the bottom portion that's still damaged. My healthier, thicker, coarser roots didn't seem to be a fan of this stuff at all, but I was trying to still give it the benefit of the doubt because there have been deep conditioners that I've used where upon application it was very so-so, but giving it time to penetrate my hair, giving it that additional body heat to really get into my strands sometimes makes things turn a corner. So we will see when I rinse this out if that is the case. But upon putting it on my hair for the first time, I was not really loving the experience. It felt like all the benefits of the shampoo, this deep conditioner was essentially nullifying. So I wasn't loving that, but this is the other section of my hair. I'm going in with a lot of product. I'm glad I have a salon size because if I had an 8 ounce of this, I don't know if it would have made it to the other section of my hair. Honestly, I used so much of this product that it's like, I'm surprised I even have any left, honestly, because I'm holding it in my hand right now while I'm doing this voiceover so that I could go into the details. But the ingredients are all things that I would love. It's got hibiscus in there. It's got bihemtrimmonium methyl sulfate, which is a standard for being able to condition your hair. Very, very good ingredient. Lots of good stuff. So I don't know what it is about this formula, but my hair is just not a fan. But even with stars in alignment for ingredients, sometimes a formula just doesn't work for you. And that's okay. I've definitely found a lot of things that I do enjoy during this Soultanicals Summer Hair Challenge. And this may not be one of them, which is very surprising because, again, I've been holding on to this product for a little bit because I just knew I was going to love it. And it's one that you don't see all the time on the website. So I really wanted to hold it for a special occasion and to have it on hand for a long time in case I fell in love with it. But yeah, we will see once I rinse it out how I feel about it. But as we can see, it's still giving me the additional tangling that I do not need and just not leaving my hair feeling great. But I'm cautiously hopeful that it might turn out better. I don't know, but the rest of this wash day actually doesn't turn out better, as you can see in my face. So I was flossing, y'all, and a piece of my tooth came out. Yup, a piece of my tooth came out. I'm very sad. I've been dealing with this for a year, and it's gotten to a bad point. So, I'm gonna have some things listed on my Poshmark if you guys want to check it out. I've got tons of clothes up there, both new with tags, new without tags, and I'll be adding a lot more because apparently my dental insurance is bottom of the barrel and I need all the help I can get with this out-of-pocket situation. And one of my favorite earrings fell out, but thank God that happened before I got back in the shower. I never wear earrings in the shower. My mom gave me these, and if I lost them, I would legitimately cry. They're one of my few real pieces of jewelry, and I've been wearing them because they've been comfortable, but I will never make that mistake again. But here are the results of the deep conditioner after it marinating in my hair for a little bit. And it looks pretty good, but it still doesn't feel really nice. My curls look like they have a little extra. I'm just like over it at this point. But this is my fully washed out results. And shockingly, I think my hair looks really good. I was not expecting this. Even rinsing this deep conditioner out in the shower, it was very lackluster. It wasn't like combining it with the water and that extra time just all of a sudden had like a light switch and this was all of a sudden a good deep conditioner for me. No, it was still very mediocre. At least it didn't tangle my hair more when I was rinsing it out, which was good, but it looks really good. My curls look juicy. They look really shiny, but I'm saying it looks good. It didn't feel good. Oh yeah, here's the damage on full display. Great progress with growing my hair out. This is where we are with the remainder of the damage on this front section. It is so tempting to cut it, but my hair is so curly when it dries. I'll have really funny little bangs. So I'm still just growing things out. It's a nice little bright spot, but overall, I was not impressed with this deep conditioner at all. I will try it again in the future, of course, because I do not like to waste product. So I will try it with my hothead heating cap because as we can see, the results look good, but just the feel of my hair is just not there. And it doesn't matter how nice my hair looks if my hair doesn't feel healthy after a deep conditioner. It is time to do my styling. I'm going to be using the Sprout Rice Vitamin Healthy Hair Milk. This has been my most used product for the whole challenge. I've used this product maybe 4 or 5 times and I have really, really loved it. This is going to be one of my favorites when we do our wrap up in next week's video about the whole challenge. This stuff is super, super creamy. It's got really nice moisture. And at this point, I just want to do some big twists and go to bed because after losing half of my freaking tooth, I am over like everything. I just want to go to bed and be done with it. So I am applying a nice healthy coating of the hair milk to both sides of my hair so that it doesn't dry out. And then I'm going to be doing twists on each side. I ended up doing 6 twists because Will and I are going to the water park this weekend. To protect my hair from all that chlorine, I'm going to be bringing out the product that started this lovely wash day, that twisting butter. I think it would be a perfect barrier against the chlorine eating up my hair and drying it out and causing tangles because that stuff is so thick and waxy. I think that is going to be the go-to method for how I'm going to be repurposing and reutilizing that stuff for sure. So even when I don't like a product, I like to think outside the box and come up with new ways to use it up. So I will report back to you guys in a video because I'm planning to record that process of how I'm going to be prepping my hair for the water park. So that is the game plan. I'll let you guys know how it goes, but I'm making sure to use a ton of this hair milk since it is the only product I'm using for styling. And as you can see, it gives me the detangling that I was looking for from the deep conditioner. It recouped what I lost from that product in terms of hydration, slip, and softness. I would love to see this as well in a salon size. It is so good, and I'm not usually a big fan of hair milks. I feel like they don't usually give me a lot of moisture, but this one did great. So on to that section. Here are what my results look like. So shiny from just one product. My roots are super frizzy again because I could not be bothered, you guys, and I knew that the water park was going to take the style out anyway. But I'm going to be using my little twisting butter and see how things go and just coat it on all my hair. But thank you guys so much for watching this hot mess wash day. Think of me and my tooth in your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.